Hey guys, welcome to Millennial Moms. I'm Tay, which means it's a Tuesday. Today I'm showing you guys 3 canvas projects that me and some friends did together over the weekend. And it was really fun, and you guys can do it. And if you choose one, let me know in the comments below which one you guys would want to do. Before we get started, click the big subscribe and that big old thumbs up button, because it's fun to click it. So do it. Let's go. Alrighty guys, the first one I'm going to show you is a fabric wrapped canvas, and I used a Cricut to make the iron on with just some gold and some canvases and some fabric. And you don't have to use a Cricut, but it just makes it a lot easier to cut out specific designs or writings that you want. You can get like a pre-made iron-on at a craft store, or just like use an iron-on piece of paper that you can print your letters on. So with the Cricut, you're just gonna cut out the vinyl or the iron-on that you're using and then rip off all the excess, because it will leave the words behind so that you can iron them onto your fabric. So we're gonna make sure that the fabric that we use is nice and flat before we do anything, that way that it's all ready to go on the canvas when we're done. And then we're going to iron on whatever we're using, whether it's the vinyl or the iron-on printable paper that you would get at like Joann's in the t-shirt making section. And then you're just going to iron this on. We used a thicker fabric in between, so it kind of took a while to really get this to stay on. But once it was on, it was good to go. And then we laid it over the canvas and cut off about an excess 2 inches around. And then you're just gonna wrap it around and staple it in on 4 sides. And then take the corners and fold them in. And you're gonna need 3 staples for each corner. So you're gonna pull in the center and then one side, making sure that it's laid nice and flat, and then doing the other side. And then the one that I did was a painted one, and I used the same technique of ironing on the iron-on with the Cricut, but I painted it all red. And then I originally was just going to do the edges and kind of scrape it off and just have the edges kind of show through, but when I started painting it with the gray, I kind of liked the distressed look of just kind of leaving little spaces open of the red. Kind of gave it just more of like a rugged look. And then to iron on this, I just flipped it over and did it from the back side of the canvas. With the paint, it was a little bit harder to adhere, and it took a lot longer to get it to stick on. So now I'm just gonna mix up a couple colors of gray, because I actually wanted to paint a little heart on there instead of write the word love. And I'm just using some white and dark gray and making a few different shades of gray to make just more of like a sketchy looking heart and shading in on the edges. And it's really kind of an easy concept once you get the hang of it. And I kind of messed up but thought it was kind of cool, so I kind of went outside of it. And then the third one we did was a little bit more technical canvas, but we just basically started by painting it with some watered down paint, which gave it kind of a washed look and a little bit distressed, but more of just like a faux finish. And then we're using wax paper to tape onto a piece of paper, and then you're gonna feed that into a printer and print out a design. This is an optional step, but it really gave it a little extra bit of touch, and it was really cool once it was done. So you flip it over so the ink is still wet, and it stays wet for a little while. And you put that onto your canvas. You can do this with anything, like if you're gonna paint your words, you could definitely put your words on there like this and then go over and paint it so you have a guide. But then we're using some Thumbtacks to kind of give it a little bit more pop of decor, kind of gives it a different look. And we added a picture and it was good to go. All right, I hope you guys loved that tutorial. It was super fun. So before you go, make sure that you find all the mommies here and watch their videos, because we're here Monday through Saturday and they're all great. Click the big subscribe. If you want to find more of me, go on over to Auntie Tay. I love you guys. Bye.